Hello and welcome back to the P.I.P. It's the purely informative podcast with Purebred Records, here from the University of New Haven. We're here today with Prozach, a newly signed artist to Purebred. Of course, it's me and your boy Burv. We got to go into that. So, the first thing I want to ask you is, what made you get into music in the first place?
Yo, so I've been playing trumpet since like 2nd grade. It's probably been like 13 years now. So, yeah, I mean, it started with that, and then I started like kind of expanding genres, started listening to like a little bit of Wu-Tang, and that got me into rap, but yeah.
So I mean, what are you most excited about now that you're signed? You know, now that you're part of the label, you got a team backing you up.
I'm shoving music down everybody's throat. Like, I'm excited to just let everyone know, like,
yeah, bro,
got an album coming.
Where you got
make
one
sure everyone has their hands on it, a physical copy.
For sure. We're gonna get
that
out there.
Stuff you've already started recording. I just want to know, like, who would you say like you're inspired by the most in the music industry?
That's a tough question. Yeah, so this might sound weird, but so while I'm making records, I don't listen to any music.
Yeah,
I listen to straight beats. I don't want to be influenced by anyone.
I get that. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Because like it'll fuck with your head, and you'll start
Facts.
accidentally writing those melodies.
So like everyone's like, yo, you should check this out, and I'm like, nah. Like I'm in album mode. I don't listen to music. I listen to beats, and that's it right now.
No, I understand that. I mean, I feel like you have a lot of different creative elements that go into your songs too, because I know you play around with a little bit of live instruments.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you think about all the music you've made, what's your favorite song with live instrument? What was your favorite live instrument you ever incorporated into a song?
So I got this song out called Man Down Part 2, and the live version of that is just fantastic. So when I perform live, there's like 5 people in the band. So we got me, a guitar player, a singer, a bass player, a drummer, and then this dude Matt, who plays, he plays everything. Like he pulls up with his sax, his flute, his like keyboard, and
That's sick.
just like rotates instruments. Matt Camp, he's a good guy. You should check him out.
At Man Camp.
Yeah.
A little shout out there.
Yeah, thanks.
So talk about, you speaking about a live performance a little bit. How do you deal with all that pressure when you get up there and you got a big crowd and you're trying to do some shit? Do you ever have anxiety up there when you're going out and performing live?
Yo, so I did it first, and my first performance, the first thing I realized is like when I'm on stage, I'm like blind anyway because the lights are like in your face. You can't even see anyone in the crowd, so like you just gotta imagine that everyone's getting hyped to your music for the most part.
Yeah, you just get lost in the music. You just kind of like before you're all nervous or whatever, but then when you're up there, you're like feeding off the hype of the music.
Yeah.
Everything you just get in your head. You just blast that shit. It's fucking fun.
Yeah, so you would know about that. I'm more of like an engineer, so I don't know like that side of things. I just sit behind the board and try not to be seen by anybody.
Yeah.
But all right, so go through it. What's a life in a day of Prozach?
A day in the life?
A day in the life.
Shit. So I work part-time at a non-profit. I'm not gonna say where because I feel like I should keep my music and like that life separately because they're probably not gonna be cool with it.
Understandable.
It's free promo.
Yeah, but so I market for a non-profit, and then I'm a photographer, videographer, I design a little bit. I try and get my hands on everything, but a lot of like taking pictures, editing pictures. The photography style is like abandonment, so a little bit of breaking and entering goes on the weekends.
No, yeah, and I've seen some of your photos. Like honestly, the stuff you do is pretty cool. And shout out Out of Focus.
Yeah, Out of Focus with 3 T's is the ad name.
Honestly, this guy's got some pretty good stuff going on. We're working right now to do that collaboration with the art department. I think I talked to you a little bit.
Yeah.
We want to make that really happen. We'll maybe do an art show and live performance. So UNH, if you're watching, stay in touch. Keep up with your Purebred Records notifications, and we'll let you know when anything comes out. What do you have to say to any artists out there that might be in the local area that are trying to be like Prozach, trying to get signed and get their music out there and be heard? What advice do you have for them?
Yo, just be yourself, honestly. Just make the music that you want to make. Don't make the music that you think you have to make because it's popular. Like, just express yourself because it's going to be more natural, and like not everyone is going to like your music, but like some people will, and you're trying to connect with like that audience.
You're just trying to be your most authentic self.
Yeah,
That's what you want people to know about.
100%.
I understand that a lot.
With your,
No, go ahead.
Say with your music, I know when you ask people this, and everyone says what's your favorite song that you've ever made?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a tough one too.
Oh. That's great. I'm gonna have to think about that.
We can come back to that. We can come back to that.
Let me let that question marinate for a little bit. I'll come back to it.
Okay, so while you're thinking about that, I mean, who are your biggest influencers in the music industry right now, or you know, throughout your artist career?
I mean, like it started with Wu-Tang. I mean, I like a lot of old school music. I fucking love Redman. But as of right now, I mean, honestly, I like a lot of what's popular, like Drake and like Young Thug and shit. Honestly, Young Thug is one of my top because, like, I mean, even though you can't understand the man, sometimes like that flow is like ridiculous. Like nobody's on that. So like anyone that keeps it different, like Ski Mask, X, R.I.P. But
yeah, I respect that a lot. I mean, it's cool how you're trying to pull from like the Wu-Tang influence, and you also understand all the modern artists like Young Thug, and you're bringing in all of those guys. Because a lot of people we've had on the podcast have talked, Biggie, Tupac, all those guys, but you have a little bit different of an influence there, and it's cool. It makes your music different, and you pull from different styles,
Blending the old school and new school.
Yeah, exactly, which is really cool. And I mean, I don't think a lot of people are doing it nowadays. And you brought up, Ski Mask, and he's insane. He's pulling shit out of the
box.
Yeah,
like, I listen to some of his shit, and I'm just like, I would have never thought of that. Like trying to flow like that. Like,
some of the stuff that he does is just completely out of nowhere, but you know what, it works, and it comes out and it's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can make something that works, then you did it.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I mean, if you really like stick to one style, you're only that, one hit person,
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but Drake with those 808s every time.
Yo, it's all,
that's his hit,
it's like
bro.
the same song over and over, and we let it happen. Like that's our fault as consumers. It's like
I mean,
that's true. We let that fly.
We just eat that shit up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's good music. It is. Shout out Drake.
Yeah,
It's slap, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's a recipe, like it hasn't, like it's.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I understand that a lot. I mean, it's cool to have variety nowadays. I mean, look, some things aren't going to hit as hard as other things, but if you got your variety in the industry, you could reach a lot more people,
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's why Drake, you either love Drake or you hate Drake. There's no gray area for him. It's just, there's one side and the other side. That's it. Sorry, man.
Love, I think.
Yeah, right. So tell me, like, you've been performing all around, I'm sure you've been all around Connecticut. I know you do a couple host events yourself.
Yes.
What was your favorite venue to perform at?
I like Cafe 9 in New Haven a lot, just because it feels like it's packed. Like no matter how many people are there, like it feels like it's packed, and everyone that's there is usually lit as fuck.
True, shout out Cafe 9.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the New Haven area, I don't think as many people understand, because I mean, me and Bert are from New York. And there's a lot of pretty decent venues there, but I mean, I don't think enough people realize how many like music venues there are in New Haven.
Yeah,
There's so many venues.
Any bar is a venue,
Right.
Like if you come with the right pitch, like they will let you do whatever you want.
Yeah, and it's so cool, bro. Like it's just this big, like there's so much music in New Haven that no one's like.
It's perform at that place. I can't remember the name. The one that like just closed down. I think it was called the Space or something. Some shit like that.
In Hampton?
It's in Hampton.
Nah, I remember performing there. Nah, they closed?
Yeah, I think so.
For real?
Yeah, I performed there I think once or twice once, and it was lit.
I did not know
It's
that.
like an underground thing. It was like a lights. It was
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Bring that place back.
If it's closed,
If
bring
you're
it back.
watching, please bring
If
that
not,
back.
then I'm sorry that I said it was closed.
You should drop like a GoFundMe to buy our own.
Right here.
Right here.
Click.
Donate money here, and we will open up our own venue.
I promise we won't take it.
So a lot of artists they tie in a lot of their backstories, their history, or their influencers into their music. Is there any underlying meaning to any of the music that you create?
Yeah, there's so I was a psychology major, and like I'm really interested in like drugs and behavior. So I'm like on the side I keep coming out with these things called the RX tapes, and they're just like it's supposed to be the effects of like a certain prescription medicine. So like the first one was Mike Stands in Vyvanse, and it's just like very tweaky music. Like if you were on a bunch of Vyvanse, you're gonna be like, you know, like tweaking, like moving fast. So like, and then the next one is like the complete flip. It's Lowe's and Lexapro. So that one's just like low key, depressing music. So I mean, I'm gonna keep doing that with the RX tapes like on the side. And I mean, this album, I don't really know what the meaning is gonna be yet. We're kind of still piecing everything together, deciding what's gonna be on it. But yeah.
When you write, do you have any qualms about like talking about specific people or events in your life? Because I know when I do it, sometimes I don't like to be too specific because I'm like, if this person hears it, they're gonna know. Does that ever stop you, or do you just go for it?
I've went for it a few times. I've got some serious hate for it, like shitting on some females in my life. But a lot of the songs that I make about girls are kind of like an overall collection of like all the females. Like it's usually not one specific person, but I mean, if the shoe fits, like, you know, you feel me?
So, I mean, I understand that. Just group everyone together. Don't use names.
It's like a general.
The kind of general.
Yeah,
it's just one big pool.
Yeah.
Alright, so I know you've been collaborating with some people. If you want to talk about that a little bit, you know, who's your favorite artist you collaborate with, but I don't want to like single anyone out here, but
yeah, yo, my boy Righteous Osa, he's from like the Attleboro area, he's up in Mass, like Boston. I met him and a bunch of other people from like the Springfield area. I collab with them a lot. This kid Vin James, it's like at V_James. He makes a lot of the beats that are gonna be on this project. He's just an all-around like musician. Righteous is a singer, so I'm gonna have like them for a lot of the project. And, I mean, I'm trying to like experiment myself too. So like there's this one song that I've recorded where I sourced like 3 features. Like I got 3 different people on it. I didn't like any of them, so I featured myself in a different voice. Straight up. Yeah.
Dickie featuring Brain.
Yeah, facts. Seriously, like.
I mean, hey, look, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta make your creative process, you know, work.
Feelings.
Yeah.
Just like, I changed my mind.
Yeah, it's awkward sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what's that like? Like when you're in there with a couple people and you're trying to get your vibes across, and like, what's that process like?
I mean, like, at the same time, I kind of gotta protect like my identity as an artist. So like if you give me a shit feature, like I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, like, yeah, it just, I'm gonna be like it doesn't fit like my idea for the song, so I'm not gonna put it on there.
I'm non-confrontational, so I don't think I could do that. Like I don't really have many features in my catalog. Luckily, the few that I have been like perfect, but like I don't think I could say like, this is trash. I just probably throw away the whole song and just be like, oh, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not confrontational either, but like you just gotta put in a way like your lyrics didn't match like my vision for the song, and like I'm just.
I mean, it definitely happens. I understand that.
Yeah. I mean, if I put a feature down for someone else and they hate it, like I want to know if it's trash.
Like, I'm gonna be mad at it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like salty about it.
True. Yeah, I get that. So let's go back to your individual career as an artist. Yeah. What's your favorite thing being in the music industry, being in this line of work? Like, what's your favorite part about it?
Just I love being around other creatives in general. It's like there's always like someone that's trying to create music, and like I don't know, it keeps you motivated as a person being surrounded by like
And when you have a song that just clicks with people and they just they sing it back to you, that's like the best feeling.
That's a great fucking feeling.
I love it.
Yeah, true. Alright, so this has been the P.I.P, the Purely Informative Podcast. Thank you for everyone who's watching. Please subscribe to Purebred Records. Shout out Prozach.
Hey.
Shout out all your ads. What you got going on?
So we got at Prozach, PROZACH _RS. Should be right here, maybe, over there. And then I also got my photography account, which is Out of Focus, OUTTAFOCUS. And yeah, follow both those.
Check it out. Keep up to date with Purebred. See what he's got going on.
Yeah. New music
album
very soon.
Very soon. Take it easy. Peace.